Well, yes, Sidewinders, welcome back to another video. We got a regular event today. We're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota for some Chicago-style racing. The Earth vs. Surf face-off is coming soon. I'm a tad bit under the weather right now, so bear with me on that. But we will get that together as soon as possible and get that out there for you guys. But today we're in Minneapolis, and our first competitor, legendary Ford Super Duty, legendary driver, two-time back-to-back World Finals champion, John Seasock in Sudden Impact. Next truck out, another legendary Ford with big horsepower, and a driver that is not afraid to leave it all out on the line. Please welcome Cliff Vowell in the Virginia Giant. Next truck out, a great looking classic Chevrolet with the throttle out. Whoa, he throws some sparks there, scrapes the flag on the roof a little bit coming out of the tunnel, but a awesome looking machine. Please welcome Jeff Souza in the Wrecking Machine. Next truck out, a legendary Dodge, running a newer style today. Looking to have some more success, another one scraping the flag. A world record holder, please welcome Todd Frolic in Barefoot. Next truck out is a great looking Nissan Titan. We don't see very many Nissans in our competition. This particular truck represents one of the most famous reptiles of all time. Please welcome Steve Healy in Godzilla. Next truck out, a legendary Chevrolet on its brand new updated chassis by Tomfoolery Motorsports and a second generation star. Please welcome Chucky Palkin in Excalibur. Next truck out, another awesome looking fire-breathing creature. Running another custom design. There is a lot of custom designs for this particular truck, and they all look absolutely awesome. As he's getting ready to spit some flames out the front right there. Please welcome John Zimmer in Dragon Nitro. Next truck out, another great looking machine that we saw in the last show, looking to redeem himself as he went out in the first round. Please welcome Tony Dixon in Swamp Thing. Next truck out, another legendary trucking driver. The big Chevrolet that is no stranger to intense competition. Please welcome Scott Stevens in the Auto Value King Crunch. Next truck out, another great looking Chevrolet. Reminding everybody that you lose to bad news. Please welcome Brandon Durow in Bad News Travels Fast. Next truck out is a great looking diesel Chevrolet. built by a man who has made himself a YouTube megastar over the years. Please welcome Cody Detweiler, aka Whistling Diesel in Monster Max. Next truck out is a great looking Dodge. He is a proud member of Team Full Send, looking to make an impact in this competition. Please welcome Rob French in the Iron Stallion. Next truck out is a great looking Ford with big horsepower and a great driver that is also looking to make an impact in this competition. Please welcome Jeffrey Gottwald in the Illuminator. Next truck out, another awesome looking machine with a custom dungeon design today. Sponsored by the Triple B Ice Cream Company, please welcome Joe Uri in the Ice Cream Man. Next truck out, a great looking Ford, running his newer, lower to the ground 2.0 design today. Please welcome Ed Eckert in full bore. And last but not least is our defending champion, the creature from the swamp, looking to defend that checkered flag that he's got on the back of that machine. Please welcome Timothy Jones in the Tailgater. Well, folks, I'm sure you noticed in the intros that there was a lot of trucks that hit that one red and yellow crush car, and they have pushed it out into the corner, into the place where the trucks will be coming through, and we can't have that. That's going to wreck everybody. So we're going to have to get the flipper truck out here, and he's going to come out and save the day once again, as he's going to push this car back to where it belongs, so we can continue on with the competition without any issues. I'm sure some drivers would not be happy with that car staying where it's at right now. So the flipper truck having no problem moving it around, but trying to get in the right position so we can get it back into that space where it needs to go. And it looks like he's going to push it right on over to where it's at, and we'll never know what happened, besides the car being completely caved in now. But nonetheless, the flipper truck once again saves the day. A big thank you to him once again, as he is always right there when we need. Well, he notices something else, pushes that one over a little bit too. Send the flipper truck some love, everybody. He always saves the day for us. Alrighty, we're ready for round number one. Scott Stevens, Auto Value King Crunch, and John Seesock in Sudden Impact. Legendary trucks and drivers, Ford versus Chevy. This is a Chicago-style track with two dirt mounds, red versus blue. We got a good one going, coming around the final turn. Scott Stevens goes a little wide, and the Ford's gonna take this one. John Seesock, Sudden Impact, gets the win in the first race of round 1. Up next, Brandon DeRoe and Bad News Travels Fast going up against Cliff Vowell and the Virginia Giant. Chevy versus Ford, again 2 great trucks and drivers. Here they come around the first turn. It looks like Bad News Travels Fast. Brandon DeRoe has the lead. Cliff Vowell had a little bit of trouble there in the first turn. And it's going to be Brandon DeRoe and Bad News Travels Fast as they're both going over into the walls. Bad News is down, but he gets the win. Up next, Cody Detweiler and Monster Max going up against Jeff Souza and the Wrecking Machine. Our first look at this diesel Monster Max. We'll see how it does as he starts leaning hard out of the first turn. And he's hanging in there, but it looks like Jeff Souza does have the lead. And he's going to get the win in the Wrecking Machine. Cody Detweiler held in there in Monster Max, but it wasn't enough. Jeff Souza and the Wrecking Machine moves on. Up next, Rob French and the Iron Stallion going up against Todd Frolic and Barefoot. A big Dodge battle here. Great drivers. Here they come around the first turn. They are both looking smooth so far. It looks like Rob French has a slight lead in the Iron Stallion. Todd Frolic bounces a little bit. And Rob French, a great run in the Iron Stallion. And he gets the win in round 1 and moves on. Up next, Jeffrey Gottwald and the Illuminator going up against Steve Heerly and Godzilla. Ford versus Nissan. We sure don't say that very often. We got a good one coming around the first turn. Jeffrey Gottwald a little trouble. He clips the cars coming out of the first turn. And Steve Heerly has the lead. And Godzilla, watch out! Oh my! Lord have mercy, a wild ride there for Steve Heerly. But he does cross first and he gets the win. Wow. Up next, Joe Urey and the Ice Cream Man going up against Chucky Palkin and Excalibur. Dodge versus Chevy. Awesome looking machines here and great drivers. And they are both looking good around the first turn. We got a good race going. Here they come around the last turn. They're both looking smooth and fast. Wheels up, Excalibur. It's a very close race. Very, very good race. The winner, we're told, is Joe Urey and the Ice Cream Man. Up next, Ed Eckert and Full Bore going up against John Zimmer and Dragon Nitro. Ed Eckert on that new chassis for Full Bore. John Zimmer, a new design for Dragon. Great looking machines and great drivers. They've got a good race going coming around the final turn. And it's gonna be Ed Eckert and Full Bore getting the win. They both had good runs, but Ed Eckert, smooth and fast, and Full Bore moves on. Up next, Timothy Jones and the Tailgater going up against Tony Dixon in the Swamp Thing. A swamp creature battle here that we could have had in the last one, but Tony Dixon went out early. Timothy Jones went on to win the whole thing, looking to defend that checkered flag. We got a good race going. Coming around the final turn, it's gonna be Tony Dixon in the Swamp Thing getting the win. A huge upset. Tailgater's not happy, but Swamp Thing moves on. On to round 2 now. Brandon DeRoe and Bad News Travels Fast going up against John Seasock and Sudden Impact. We know already after one round of competition that we're going to have a new champion. John Seasock clips the car a little bit out of the first turn, but we got a good one going. Brandon DeRoe bounces a little bit. John Seasock was smooth and he gets the win. In Sudden Impact, Bad News Travels Fast is upside down again, and John Seasock moves on. Up next, Rob French and the Iron Stallion going up against Jeff Souza and Wrecking Machine. Dodge versus Chevy. Again, two trucks that have made quite an impact already in this competition. We're seeing so many of these new trucks that we haven't seen before, and we got a good race coming around the final turn. Who's it gonna be? What a race! Man, oh man, it's very close. Over goes the Iron Stallion, but he does get the win. Rob French moves on. Up next, Ed Eckert and Full Bore going up against Steve Hurley and Godzilla. Ford versus Nissan. Godzilla and Steve Hurley had a wild ride in round one, but he was able to get the win, and we got a good one going here in round two. Godzilla on two wheels a little bit, but he recovers. Here they come. What a race! Another close one. It's another very close race, but the winner is Ed Eckert in Full Bore. Up next, Joe Urey in the ice cream man going up against Tony Dixon in Swamp Thing. Last matchup for round number two. Last spot in the semifinals on the line between these two great trucks and drivers that have been smooth, and we got a good one going. Coming around the final turn, it's gonna be Tony Dixon in Swamp Thing. Ice Cream Man's upside down, and Swamp Thing, as he saves it, Tony Dixon moves on. Alright, semifinals time, folks. Ed Eckert in Full Bore and John Seasock in Sudden Impact. A big Ford battle. Great trucks and drivers. They have been flying all evening long, and we got a good one coming around to the final turn. John Seasock bouncing a little bit in Sudden Impact, but it's still a good one. What a race! Man, oh man, it's close. John Seasock on his side, and the winner is Ed Eckert in Full Bore. Up next, Rob French and the Iron Stallion going up against Tony Dixon and Swamp Thing. Dodge versus Ford to see who joins Full Bore for the final round. Both of these guys just nailed the first turn. They have both been smooth and fast, and we got a good one going. They both have good runs, but it is Tony Dixon at the line and Swamp Thing. Iron Stallion does a barrel roll, and Swamp Thing is flying, and he's going to the finals. Alright, final round time, folks. Ed Eckert in Full Bore and Tony Dixon in the Swamp Thing. A big Ford battle for the championship here in Minneapolis. These two have been strong, smooth, and fast around this track. We got a good one going. Who's it gonna be at the line? It's gonna be a good one. What a finals! What a finals! Over goes Full Bore. We'll wait on the officials. It is Ed Eckert. Full Bore has claimed the title barely in Minnesota. What a race! Ed Eckert has finally done it. He has been here many times in that older Full Bore truck. I can't talk, folks. I'm just gonna, you know. Ed Eckert, a good run. Full Bore, I tell you what. This big Ford, this new chassis has worked wonders. Sort of reminds me of Richie Yatsko in the Taurus truck. He took that new chassis all the way to a championship at the World Finals racetrack. Ed Eckert does the same thing here with this 2.0 Full Bore chassis. I tell you what, he has been smooth and fast, and he is celebrating it up here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Congratulations to Ed Eckert and Full Bore as he claims the title. Oh, watch out! Over he goes. A little tumble there. He's already going to have to replace that body, so he don't care. He's just trying to have a good time out here and celebrate. He's trying to swing into a donut, but it looks like it's a little too tacky out here, as he's still running into stuff, trying to swing it around there. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. He
He's giving her all he's got, though. Celebrating, going wild here. Congratulations to Ed Eckert and Full Bore. Enjoy the rest of this crazy celebration he's got going on here. There we go, he finally gets a donut. But nonetheless, congratulations to Ed Eckert. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time with some more monster truck action. So long, everybody.